Good morning, Judy, Jake, Diane, David, Kim, whatever your name is. Welcome back to Cooking and Jammin'. And I am DJ Big Daddy, or if you don't know me, you can just call me Thomas, and that's cool too. But as you see, it is Sunday morning, and that means we are getting ready to prep for our Sunday dinner. And I'm deciding I'm going to make pork adobo, okay? And I love pork adobo. I grew up here in Houston, so I grew up around a lot of Filipino families, and pork adobo is one of those dishes that many Filipinos, and even people in Hawaii, because there are many Filipinos in Hawaii, they love this dish. So it's easy, it's fast, and the ingredients are simple, okay? We're gonna do 2 pounds of pork meat, okay? We are going to use 2 garlic cloves, bay leaves, and soy sauce. Now, the dish is really, really simple, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this Mamacita's adobo sauce mix, okay? Just to heighten the flavor. Mamacita's is a product that is used by a lot of Filipino families and chefs who want to create a Filipino dish, okay? And that's what they specialize in, is sauces, mixes, and dinners and such for Filipino recipes. And today our music is being inspired by the one and only Madonna, and especially her first album, because I remember when I first had this dish at a friend's house, and it was at a birthday party for a friend of mine who was Filipino, and they actually got this album as a gift from me for their birthday at the time, so it holds a lot of memories. So what we're gonna first do is get our pork in a bowl so we can get it marinated, and then after church I'm going to make our pork adobo. It also could be made with chicken, but also we're gonna have a fried rice and some sauteed bok choy with this for dinner today. All right, so once again, thank you for coming back to Cooking and Jammin', and kick off your shoes, get comfortable, because we're having a great Filipino soul food dish today. So, Judy, welcome back to Cooking and Jammin', and we are doing our prep for our Sunday dinner. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, this is definitely a dish that will be considered a Sunday dinner dish in let's say maybe in Hawaii or in the Philippines. This is pork adobo, okay? And this is 2 pounds of what is called here pork stew meat, okay? Now, I know the traditional recipe calls for pork belly, but this is what I can find, and pork belly tends to be a lot more fattening. It has a lot more fat to it, and this has just about a good amount of fat, but pretty much with pork belly it's mostly fat, So what we're gonna do is go ahead and we have our pork, okay? This is 2 pounds. So what we're gonna do is add about a tablespoon. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of soy sauce, okay? Now, most people do about 2 tablespoons, but I'm only gonna do 1 because I do have this Mamacita's sauce mix I'm gonna use, and I think it might have dry soy sauce in it. All right, and we're gonna add our bay leaves in there. Okay, so I have 2. One of them broke up, but I have 2, and we're also going to add about a tablespoon, but it's 2 garlic cloves. Put those in there like that. Oops. Okay. So pretty much this is all we need to marinate. You can use 1 or 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, bay leaf, and your chopped up, minced up garlic. Put it in the refrigerator for anywhere from an hour to a couple hours. But I'm going to get this after 2 hours when I come back from church. And we're going to get started with our Sunday dinner, Filipino style, or we'll say Filipino soul food, because we're going to also do a fried rice. Kind of almost Hawaiian in a way, because I'm going to add spam to that rice, and I've got some bok choy left over, and I'm going to cut that up and saute that, and we're going to have our Sunday dinner. All right, pretty much almost Asian style. Welcome back, Judy, to Cooking and Jammin'. It is Sunday afternoon after church, and as you can hear and see, Madonna is playing. Like I said, it's Sunday dinner. Tonight's music is brought to us courtesy of the #1 diva herself, Madonna, and her first album. Look, I got this one here at the Record Store Day event that was this past weekend. So, as you already know, follow me to the kitchen or to the stove. We are doing, I call it Filipino soul food, okay? We are doing pork adobo. And as you remember, I have 2 pounds of cubed pork here. And it's been marinated. And soy sauce, garlic. I put the bay leaves in there. Now, do the bay leaves actually do anything? I don't know. I just put them in there because, hey, I did. But I know bay leaves do work, and they do flavor food once you add hot water and get to boiling. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put, I got about a tablespoon or so of oil in here, and we are going to brown and cook our pork. All right? Yes, Judy, we love that sound. All right. So, and as you see over here, this is my garlic I have in there, bay leaves, and this is that Mamacita adobo sauce mix. And if you remember, I told you I love this stuff, this company, Mamacitas, because they are bringing Filipino dishes and spices to the world. They have cookbooks. They have all kind of sauces and sauce mix. And I love this product, okay? They're not paying me, but hey, I'll give them a shout out because they are opening up a whole new world for me and bringing back memories also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep cooking this, and I'll show you the next step in a minute, okay? So, our pork is now brown. And Judy, so next step is really simple, okay? So, we're going to add our sauce mix in there. And you know I already got those bay leaves, but I think I'm adding 2 more to bay leaves. You make it total of about, 4 total. But we're going to add our sauce. It's our sauce, and it has that garlic in there. And it smells pretty spicy, so, or it smells like it's got a nice kick to it. So, look at that. That sauce or that marinade had a lot of pepper in it. Alright, so we're going to get this to boiling and put a top on it. But I know what we're going to do is we're going to go back and add some more because I think I need a whole nother cup of marinade in this, alright? So, or sauce mix. So, we're going to get this started and we're going to cook it for about a good 2 hours, okay? Alright, so get ready because this is not the only thing we're making. We're also going to be making fried rice and some sauteed bok choy tonight. Yep, we're going to do an Asian inspired soul food dish. Hey Judy, so it's been an hour, we just been chilling, listening to some Madonna, talking about Record Store Day and just kind of going through some of the records and looking at some of the stuff I got. And it's been over an hour, so let's go ahead and check our pork adobo. All right. And that's what it looks like so far. And it smells really good. Let me get my favorite spoon I like to do my thing with. All right. I really think this is gonna need at least another hour or so to get it really tender and to thicken up our sauce. All right. This is such a very rustic, easy dish, you know. And you can also do it with chicken. Now, I don't recommend, you know, a lot of people, like I think I said before, use, pork belly. And pork belly, you know, pork is already greasy as it is, but I think pork belly is mostly all fat, depending on where you get it from. And I just didn't want to take that chance. Now, I know this has to be pieces of pork shoulder or Boston butt or whatever you want to call it. And I know a lot of people, especially a lot of the older Filipino ladies and cooks, not just the ladies, but a lot of the cooks like to use you know, more meatier cuts too. So, and this was recommended before. So we're gonna let this keep cooking, and we're also doing some sauteed bok choy and a simple fried rice that's gonna have some spam in it and some bean sprouts and some mini shrimp, kind of almost very Hawaiian. So I hope you're gonna stick around, and you know what, get me a cocktail. I think I want some Chardonnay. I'll be right back. So Judy, I hope you're enjoying this Sunday, and we're jamming with some Madonna. Okay, I want to show you something. It's been over an hour and 45 minutes or so, and I'm going to show you pretty much. We're still in the process of making our pork adobo, which is once again a traditional Filipino dish. And look how tender that is. Look, really good. See how tender that is? All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add our slurry, okay? This is a slurry mix of equal parts cornstarch and water. I'm gonna pour that in there like that. And you wanna make sure it's on, we're gonna turn it up some so we can get a good boil going so we can thicken our sauce, okay? So pretty much our adobo is done. And I'm going to show you the final presentation with some rice and our bok choy, okay? Look at that, it's already thickening up. Okay. That's pretty much all we need to do. Okay. So we're gonna move that because it's pretty thick now. We don't want to turn it too thick. All right. So next is the final presentation with our, look at that. With our, like I said, with our bok choy and our fried rice. Ooh, look at that, Judy. Look at that plate. That's our bok choy, and it's all nice and steamed and sauteed up. We have our fried rice over there that has some shrimp and ham in it, and then our main dish, our top performer, and this is our Filipino pork adobo. And remember, it was really easy. I used pork shoulder and it's so tender. I also used a sauce mix or season mix by a company called Mamacita's, which as I told you before, they actually are a company out of the Philippines. They, you know, just like you got Old El Paso for Mexican food and a lot of other companies for Asian food, well, or Chinese food, and then you have some for Japanese. Well, Mamacita's is definitely the company for Filipino cooking. And it's so easy. It was just pork, the sauce, garlic, you know, bay leaves, and soy sauce, and water. You know, that's it. But next time, maybe I'll make it without the sauce package. But hey, it tastes just like what I remember. And I think Madonna would be happy and agree. Looks like she's giving approval. Well, once again, Judy, we're about to get into dinner. And, you know, remember, as I always tell you, food plus music equals love. And I love sharing these things with you. So anytime you want to come over for Sunday dinner, all you got to do is holler at a player. So until our next video, just do that. Holler at a player when you see them in the street, because you might get invited over for dinner. Love you. Talk to you later. Thank you for coming back to Cooking and Jamming.